What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we go ahead and get into the topic of today's video, I do want to let you guys know that if you want to check out any other content from me personally besides YouTube, I do go ahead and live stream every single day over on Twitch. And during those streams, we actually have open lobbies, which for anybody out there who knows, playing solo nowadays in Call of Duty is just horrible, especially with the current skill-based matchmaking system. So partying up with people is the best possible route. And if you guys want to go ahead and do so, if you hop into my stream, we have open lobbies pretty much popping off all day long. So if you're looking for a team, if you're looking for some players to go ahead and group up with, then you can find the link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now as we all know, I've been trying to make it a priority now to go over the problems with Modern Warfare 2 because I see a ton of potential within this game. Still to this day, like I said, I'm having an absolute blast with it. And honestly, even if massive changes aren't implemented, I will probably still be able to play this for 2 years straight. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But seriously, when it comes to the overall community, absolutely everybody out there, we need to make sure that this game is available for everyone. That's what Call of Duty has always been about since day one, and it should be like that current date as well. And despite my love for this game, I have to agree, things like footsteps could be severely reduced. You know, a minimap, a working minimap, would help tremendously against campers. There is a whole list of improvements that could seriously make this game an absolute banger. So, of course, you know, even though I do want to go ahead and put out a ton of positive content because I'm having fun with the game, you know, I'm in a good mood. At the same time, we have to discuss the problems that need to be addressed. You know, we try to see both sides of the story on this channel. We're never going to be 24/7 positive, and we're never going to be 24/7 negative. We keep it real on this channel. We always keep it 110%, and obviously, it's my personal preferences. So, you know, how I feel might not be how you feel, and how you feel might not be how I feel. At the end of the day, this is the Call of Duty community. This is a page for people who are COD fans. Whether you like the game, hate the game, we express our feelings, we express our emotions here, and we try to do so without, you know, obviously criticizing one another. You know, who cares if you enjoy it? Who cares if you hate it? At the end of the day, we all want to see something good out of COD. Now, like I said, today's video is going to be actually a pretty interesting one because it was going to be a completely negative topic, and it's still going to start off as a negative topic, but Infinity Ward has proved to me that honestly, at the end of the day, it deserves to be a positive topic because they are addressing it and they're making it a main priority, and that is the UI. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, since the beta all the way up to launch, and I don't even know how long it's going to take, the UI in this game is probably some of the worst UI I've ever seen across the board. Not just in Call of Duty, but in pretty much any game I've played. There might be some worse UI out there, but seriously, this has no place to be in a video game. And for those who don't know, the people who actually made the UI don't make video games. I forget if it was the head of Hulu, you know, employee of Hulu. I don't know who the hell it was from Hulu, but that's who made it. You know, an individual who was working for a streaming service. I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't know where Activision came in here because clearly this isn't an Infinity Ward problem. This is all Activision. I have to understand, where did they come in to think that someone who works on streaming services should come and work on UI in a game? They're two completely different realms, you know? It's just not logical in any way, shape, or form. It makes me think that whoever they hired, it was an inside job, or, you know, it was a friend or a friend of family or something of that sort. Maybe doing a favor because, you know, obviously the UI is not that outstanding on Hulu either, in my personal opinion. So maybe they really needed something. They really needed some work. So here, come work on the Call of Duty project. And they butchered it. They absolutely butchered it. I mean, you're talking to a guy who enjoys the classic UI. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, stupidly simplistic. It's UI. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything insane. It's not the gameplay. The gameplay needs to be good. It needs to be addictive. But UI, I could give two craps. It's how I navigate the menus, and it's how I get into the game. That's it, you know? But in Modern Warfare 2, like I said, it looks like a streaming service now. It looks like you are literally on Hulu, scrolling through TV shows and movies. But in reality, you're not. You are on a game trying to pick classes and invite your friends. It's at a point where I can't even invite anybody in this game anymore. And it's not because it doesn't work, because, you know, obviously you can invite people, but it is just such a headache to go through a full list like that. It's a nightmare. And over half the time, it doesn't even list up the correct people who are online. And since this game is now on Steam and Battle.net and PlayStation and Xbox, there's so many different platforms that it doesn't track properly. It's a nightmare. Like I said, it's just simply a nightmare. And I also want to make it very clear that I'm not talking about the UI while you're in the game. I think the UI actually is pretty clean when you're in the game. I'm talking strictly about the main menu UI. That is it. That is literally it. That's the only problem, and it's a big one. You would never think UI would be that big of an issue, but in this game, they managed to make it one of the biggest issues within this title. But like I said earlier, this video is not going to be a negative one. It was going to be negative, but Infinity Ward did respond. They answered. And honestly, I really do respect the fact they responded because this is not even their responsibility. It's the person who was working at Hulu's, responsibility. That's the individual who made all of this mess. And now Infinity Ward, not only are they getting the blame for this mess, but they also have to step in and fix this mess. So I respect that. And also at the same time, it's not just going to be an ordinary update. The UI, UX is getting completely overhauled. Yes, this isn't just a simple update. It is a complete overhaul. This, once again, is drastically needed. I know everybody's going to say it's just UI. Why are you making it such a big deal? Seriously, if you have not touched this game, then you do not even understand. And visually seeing it doesn't even do it any justice. You have to have hands-on and deal with this bullcrap in order to fully understand why it's such bad UI in this game. But once again, Infinity Ward has full control over the UI now, so hopefully they can make some decent changes. I don't want to see any changes to the background because, to be honest, I was tired of seeing the operators walking around and stuff like that. I like how it is now, seeing you and all the other individuals, you are setting up shop, you're getting your weapons prepped. It's a pretty cool, badass, UI screen. But everything around it needs to be completely overhauled. Everything from how you can manage and customize your weapons, understanding the weapon trees, all the way down to just simply your friends list. Everything has to be reworked. Now, again, for a hardcore player, you will eventually understand it. The weapon tree, of course, not the friends list. Let me actually talk about the friends list real quick. Just change it. That's the most simple thing in the whole world. I don't understand why this even has to be complex. I don't even know why I have to even describe this. Infinity Ward probably already knows. Just stuff all your friends on one screen. If you want to showcase what they look like and, showcase their calling cards and emblems, cool. When you hover over their name, showcase it. But my goodness, it's way too much on the screen right now on your friends list. Dumb it down. Easy as that. But when it comes to the customization tree, again, like I said, for a hardcore player like myself, or probably a lot of you guys, people who listen to these commentaries, people who watch these videos, even if you don't put a lot of time into Call of Duty, you're probably still a lot more of a hardcore player than a lot of the other casual individuals out there who maybe put like very minuscule time into these titles. But it does take a decent amount of learning to understand how you actually progress through everything in this game. How you unlock camos, how you go ahead and unlock attachments, specific attachments, how you unlock different versions of your gun. A lot of people will see an MP5 and say, wow, I can get an MP5, easy as that. But in all reality, you have to go through a battle rifle, then you have to go through an assault rifle, and then you can finally unlock the SMG. Nobody would ever think that, They would think, oh, it's an SMG. Why would I have to use a battle rifle in order to get my hands on an SMG? That's not logical. I just have to grind the game and I'll eventually get it. No, it's a lot more steps to it. They can simplify this. I think the easiest possible way is just cram all the crap that they have going on right now into one section. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's too much scrolling. There's too much searching. If they just had everything that you possibly needed to understand in a list format, I think people would get the whole idea of how to get weapons and how to progress in this game. I mean, it's not even just understanding the UI, just using the UI in general is just clunky. It's horrifying. Trying to scroll through all of your camos is just an absolute mess. Trying to get through your friends list, it never works, it never functions, it always freezes, it always stutters. It just needs an overhaul, I think Infinity Ward is capable of doing it. I'm just a little salty that they have to take time away from actually, improving the performance of the game and, real, priorities for them. They have to take time away from that to make up for the mistakes of a Hulu developer. Why would Activision even bother in the first place? It's such a waste of time. Hopefully, Activision does not make this mistake in the future. Keep it in-house, honestly. It does not take that long to make a UI. Any person at Infinity Ward could have probably made a better UI. Leave it at that. But ladies and gentlemen, do me a massive favor. Go down in the comment section and leave your opinions down below on how you think they can improve upon the UI. What do you specifically think is needed in order for the UI to be more consumer friendly? Make it more accessible. You can understand, how to get attachments, how to unlock certain weapons, how to unlock certain, camos, and just the functionality of the UI in general. What do you think would be great improvements? But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, bumps, I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so, Twitter and Discord, both link down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link that's in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.